Good morning. I'm Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. Come in and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I would appreciate that. Checking to make sure I'm lined up kind of okay. Okay. There we go. Anyway, let me know you're here. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you would sprinkle this out there for us, we would appreciate it. I am live on my page and also cross-posted to Decoupage Central's page. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Hey, Maggie, how are you? Hope you're having pretty weather. Hey, Brenda. Good morning. So I am going to work with the snow globe this morning. I've got, I think, a cute idea. I'm going to use that and also the Cloche mold. So, hey, Virginia, how are you? It's good to see you guys. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Kendra, how are you? It looks like I've got my Chromebook working like I wanted it to for a change, maybe. All right. So I'm going to mix up some resin first of all for this snow globe, and I'm going to use the Amulite amazing casting resin in white. Let's see, and I've got a cup here somewhere. And we'll do the snow globe and get that started, and then we'll work on other parts of this. I need to move my globe, I see, so that you can see what I'm doing. I've got barely any of this Part A and a whole bottle almost of the Part B, and the reason is that Amazon, when I ordered it from them, it was supposed to be the 2-part kit, and they sent me just Part B. Well, I let them know, and they corrected it, but they sent me the kit then, and I still had one bottle of Part B with no way to get another bottle of A to go with it. I know you're interested in that. Anyway. Okay. I think I poured way more than I needed to, but that's okay. That is all right. Set that back and get my stick and stir this for a minute. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Hey, Jenny. It's good to see you guys. As always, in my happy place. We've got another beautiful day here, but it is so dry and so dusty. When Jim mowed the yard, you could barely see anything but his eyes when he came in. He's so dirty. All right, I didn't time this. I haven't been lately because I think if I do the time amount it says, it starts setting up before I want it to. I can kind of tell by when the cup starts getting real warm that it's time to pour it. Let me see. I think I need to move this back. And I am going to pour this one with the fancy edge is what I think. This is kind of something I have done before on a reel, but not on a live where you could see all the detail, and I had a few people asking me to do the whole thing on a live, so I thought, well, I would. Well, that turned out to just be the right amount. Well, you know, I got lucky. So I'm going to push that aside. It'll take about 5 or 10 minutes to get it set up. The other part that I'm going to use is the Cloche mold. And I've done that ahead of time because I'm doing it in clear so that I can put something behind it and you can see through it. And I like Amulite's quick cast epoxy in clear. And you can even get that at Walmart. So that's what I did this with. And I'll just lay that aside though for right now. I've got my board, and this is actually 2 Walmart 6x6 wood panels, but they're real thin. And I glued them together because I'm gonna put them on this candlestick when I get done. So anyway, I need to paint this, and I think I want it to be blue pine, is what I think. I had a hard time deciding, but I think I want blue pine. And it's Fusion Mineral paint. And I think it will be fine color-wise. I must have all my sponge brushes in where I washed them and didn't bring them back. Yippee. Yippee, yippee. Well, I'll just use a regular brush. Got one of these. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Ann. Good to see you on. Hey, Deborah. It's good to see you guys. I appreciate you. Let's see if I see any comments on. I do. Hey, Liz. How are you? Thanks for sprinkling it out. This is really more of a winter project, but it'd work fine for Christmas. It's just more wintry. You could use it for Christmas and then leave it out all winter long. Do my edges if I can without getting paint all over me. Would have been better had I done them ahead of time, but I did not. Not thinking very well. I think I'll just do the top and the bottom and then do the 2 sides once this is dry. I may have to dry that in a minute, but for now I'm just going to set it aside, and I'm going to take my candlestick. It's a 3-inch candlestick, and I got it in a package from Amazon with a whole bunch of them, so I've got a real big supply. When you make your porch leaners, what do I use to seal them? I like a brush-on sealer best, but spray works fine. I usually just use Minwax. See if I've got some around. Anyway, it's a Minwax poly acrylic is what I use. But I will use whatever. And whatever's on sale or cheaper. And I have used spray. I just prefer the brush on. Because I'm kind of heavy-handed and I get runs sometimes with my spray. And I just think the brush on holds up better in the weather. And I don't have to worry too much if they're for me because I put them on my front porch, which has a roof over it, and they're kind of protected, so weather doesn't bother them too bad. My mold is getting set up, but I'll leave it just a few minutes longer. And this is about dry, but I'll dry it just a wee bit. At least it's a color that won't take 2 coats. You could use whatever color you like. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Hey, Christy, good to see you. Are you doing okay? Hey Dan, happy Thursday. And Deborah. Oh, yeah, Deborah, I guess I said hi when I answered your comment, your question. But anyway, hi. It's good to see all you guys. It's almost dry. I'll get these edges. I need to touch this one up just a spot right there. I'll go ahead and do the other sides now that that front is dry and I can hang on to it. I got a little bit of paint on the area I'd already painted, which is fine, but I'm going to have to dry it a little bit before I turn it over. It'll be sticking to my paper. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Let's see, I just saw somebody else's name. I tell you what, you guys, ever since I got my new glasses, I think I see worse instead of better. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. I think I'm going to have to go back and get another pair. And it's probably because I spend so much time on my phone, and I'm old on top of it, so it's getting hard for me to read anything. All right, now that's dry enough I can turn it over. I can take my mold out after I get this painted. And I'll just set this aside to dry because it'll have time to dry while I'm doing some more things. Wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to do this, so it's the only project I have planned for today, so it may not be a very long live, I don't know. All right, I think I can just set that aside. And I better get rid of that paint, set it out of the way, and I'll pour it back in the bottle later. Clean up my fingers, which is par for the course. You know what, you guys? I do not know how I got paint all over the very top of this apron. I'm like, good grief, Sharon. Your eyes too? Yeah, I don't know. I need to go back because if it's very small, like on my phone or a recipe or something where it gives a half a cup or a quarter or whatever, I can't read it. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Good gravy, I'm a slop. Okay. I think my fingers are clean enough, and that's pretty dry, so I'm going to set it aside. And then I'm going to take my mold out of my, and it's nice and dry, I think. So, I guess I will paint it first. I'm gonna leave this white, or try to. I'll paint it white, but I'm going to do my edges first. I guess I do need my blue paint back. I never thought about that, because I was going to do them the same color. I have found that if you don't get this mold poured thick enough, then the little flower edge is detached. So you have to be careful that you've got it good and full, your mold. And this mold, I think it's just called Snow Globes, wherever I laid it over here. I think it is. Yep, Snow Globes. Yeah, I'm getting some on the inside, but I'm going to paint white over it. I really like doing these. They're fun. I think they'll sell well, although I haven't taken any of them to my booth yet, since they're all Christmas that I've done. You could do fall, though, certainly, or whatever season you wanted to do with your rice paper. I could do white wax on this and it would be pretty, but I'm going to use some silver on it. Okay. I'm going to lay that one aside for a minute and do the other, and then I'll paint the inside of this one. I won't need to do that on the other one, wherever I laid it, my Cloche mold. So if you have a little bigger piece of rice paper that you want to use, these Cloche molds have a little more area to cover with your rice paper. I've got some on my part that's going to be clear, and I don't want that, so I'll wipe it back. Okay. Alright, I'm going to lay that one aside and go back to my first one with some Folk Art Vintage white. think I'll try this brush. It's a little fluffy because it was misused, but I think it'll be all right. I admit I don't take real good care of my brushes. Hey Candy, how are you? Closing down your summer place today? You're going to roll out tomorrow? Well, safe travels, my friend. Are you headed for Texas? Is that where you're going? And see if there's more comments on my Decoupage Central page because it doesn't feed up by itself. Hey, Catherine, good morning. All right, while that's drying, I'm going to go back to my Cloche mold. And I'm going to put this bird on there, which is out of this piece of rice paper, which is called Birds Ready for Winter. You need, if you're going to do a mold, you need rice paper that's got all the smalls on it so they'll fit. So I better make sure that front part's dry. Before I start handling it. Yep, Texas. All right. Via Boston. Oh, what fun. You're doing the East Coast. Oh, that'll be nice. I would love to do that. Would love to do that. Hey, Miss Carla, my friend. How are you this morning? You guys, if you're not following Carla, check her out. She does everything. Yeah, they are cute birds. Her page is Craftsy Carla. And she's very good. I see I didn't quite get all of that with my blue. There, I'll try that again. Hey, Becca. How are you, my friend? I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. All right, back to my bird. Turn that, I think it's good and dry. Okay. I'm going to use Pentart Decoupage Varnish and Glue. You can use whatever kind of decoupage medium or sealer that you want to use. This is just what I have handy here. Oh, I need to paint the top part of my cloche too. I haven't done that. Duh. I'll get it in a minute. This brush is not working the best. I think that wasn't cleaned very well. I'll get another one out. That's more like it. Okay. Again, if you weren't on and didn't hear me say what kind of resin I like, it is the Amulite Quick Cast Epoxy. It's clear. You do have to make whatever you're going to do, for live ahead of time, because it's not going to dry fast. It takes a 10 to 12 hour period to dry. I'm going to put just a little white right there because I didn't cut that so that it covers the whole thing like I should have. On this one side. Okay, I'll dry that now a little more, but I think that's going to work fine. Alright, I am going to paint the top part of my cloche, which I did not do and should have. Let's see, that's my brush for my decoupage medium. This will work. Alrighty then. Now, you can see him, but he's kind of fuzzy. I'm going to use just, well, I better dry this and put another coat of Mod Podge on the back, actually. Well, it's not Mod Podge, my Pink Art. Seal it. If you want, I could put a piece of cardboard or something on the back if you want, but I'm gonna put it on this board, so I don't see the need to do that. Let's see. Aha, this is the one I want. And what did I do with my, there it is. So it's the same thing as you would normally do with rice paper. Give it a second coat for a top coat, except this time we're putting it on the back of the paper. Okay, I'll dry that. I'm going to use my Snow Tex and put just a little bit of snow. Okay, I'm not adding much snow. Then try that. And I'm going to use Judkins Diamond Glaze on it. Got way too much. All right, I'm going to dry that. And now you can see the bird through the cloche a lot better. It gives it a shine and makes it look clearer. So then I'm going to use some silver rubbing buff. Which I haven't used it before, so it's got a seal on it. Let's see. There, that worked. Silver rubbing buff a little goes a long way. Well, with any rubbing buff. I'm applying it with the foam thing that's really just like a Q-tip, except it's foam. But a Q-tip would work just fine. Show you this and then I'll lay it aside to dry. You can see that. All right. Lay him aside, and I see I'm needing some more blue paint on the bottom where I messed it up evidently. There, I'll lay it right there. Okay, back to my first one. This one is the white. So I'm going to put it on the top. It's the Amulite Quick Cast white resin, and this is from this Christmas Labels. Is the rice paper. I'm going to trim this down. I thought I had it trimmed down good enough, but I didn't. Now, got that. There, that'll be good. So I'm going to use my Mod Podge again, or my decoupage, Pen Art decoupage medium and glue is what I'm using, not Mod Podge. Mod Podge would be fine though. Trying to make sure I've got all my corners good. Smooth it down good because it's a curved surface. Get that dry. Oops, there went my X-Acto knife. I'm going to see about using some. Let's see how this works. Ranger Distressed Oxide in Vintage Photo. I could use it with one of these applicators, though, and it'd be better because it wouldn't be as big. I don't really want it out on my blue. Just want to fill in where this doesn't cover all the white. Or better yet, no, that wouldn't be better yet. Never mind. I was thinking about painting it the blue, but that wouldn't be better. at all. Just want it to be not so white. All right, now I need to seal it. And I'm going to use some of my Pent Art again for a top coat. Make sure all my edges are glued down. Okay, dry that. Let's see, I'm done with the decoupage medium. Get a couple things out of my way. Hey Brenda, how are you? Yeah, I could use the snow. That's a good idea. I may put some snow around there. I just may do that. Let's see. Decide what I want to use to put the snow on with. Maybe this. Clean off my edges in a minute. Bit thick enough that it actually looks like snow, somewhat. I a lot of times use a palette knife to apply this, but this is kind of a small area. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Wipe it off on my blue some. And where did I put my other one? Yeah, because I want to apply some more thicker snow to it. clean that off in a minute. There, try to make it where that wasn't such a straight edge. All right, I like that better. There's that. Now I'm going back to this one. Done with my snow. I'm going to dry my snow a little. All right, a little more silver rubbing buff. The rub and buff brings out all the flowers and things. I like that. Thanks for the snow idea, by the way. I like that better. Okay. There's that. I think that's pretty cute. And take this piece of wood. I'm done with all of that. I use my sander. I'm getting stuff all over it from off of my hands. Then I'm going to take some Fusion Mineral Paint Metallic Silver and a brush. I think I'll use a stencil brush. I like that the best. Go around the edges. frame this in. Dry that just a little before I turn it over. Seems pretty dry. We'll do the other side. I'm getting snow everywhere. I am about to finish this up, you guys. I didn't need to worry about it being too short, did I? Again, this is 2 6x6 wood panels from Walmart. They're not very thick, so I glued them together. Let's see. Then, while that's drying, I should not have put that in water, but I did. I'll get another one. I'm going to put a little silver, well, no, silver rubbing buff will work just fine on my, that'd be better. One less brush to wash. Okay. I guess I got rid of the plate that had the silver rubbing buff, so I'll have to get some more out. I like doing it with my fingers better. I'll just do that on this because it's kind of rough. And I really make those mostly silver. So I probably should have just painted it silver, but anyway. I'm not making it totally silver though. Okay, that's good enough. Get that off my fingers, or I'll have my pieces all messed up. All right, got my hot glue gun out. Wonder of wonders, I remembered it. I would probably do this with stick fast or something other than hot glue. But for purposes of this live, so it'll all hold together, I decided to use hot glue. So here's this side. Okay, then that's not really dry, so I'll dry it before I turn it over and lay it down. Let's get the other side. And my hot glue. This would be cute really with 2 of the Snow Globes or 2 of the Cloches, but I had a Cloche already made. And I wanted to use the Snow Globes, so there we go. This is what we're getting. That's pretty, I think, if I do say so myself. Thank you, Kimberly. Thanks, Jeanette. So there's this side. So it's going to be reversible. And we'll take our little candlestick. This may be the tricky part. And you could use a taller candlestick too if you wanted to. All right, see if I can get that kind of somewhat in the center. And it's looking good from my side. I think that's okay. Hold it just a second. All right, I think it's glued. There's that side and this side. I hope you like that. I think it's cute and it was awful fun to do. So anyway, your husband used your stick fast and was surprised how fast it worked. It does work fast, and that's what I've been using on these. But it takes a few minutes with this weight of holding it on here, so I thought the hot glue would be better. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you like it. I love doing these. I really do. I think I've said that about 15 times, but I do. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate your time, and love you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Jeanette, safe travels, my friend. Let us know when you get there, or keep in touch on the road. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate you guys. So I think the cloches would be cute on both sides too, or the snow globes. But anyway, and it's a winter thing, but it's reversible, so I don't know if I'll sell it or keep it. I kind of like it. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Sunday afternoon if you have time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.